On February 1, 2025, former President Donald Trump once again rattled the cages of global trade by imposing new tariffs on goods imported from Canada, Mexico, and China. These tariffs, levied as a percentage of the value of imported goods, are substantial: 25% on goods from Canada, 25% on goods from Mexico, and a still significant 10% on goods from China. This move marks a continuation of Trump's protectionist trade policies he argues are designed to protect American industries and workers from what he perceives as unfair foreign competition. The decision to impose these tariffs has sent shockwaves through the global economy, leaving many to wonder about the potential consequences. Will these tariffs achieve their stated aim of bolstering American businesses? Or will they, as many economists fear, simply lead to higher prices for consumers, retaliatory tariffs from our trading partners, and a further slowdown in global economic growth? The answers to these questions remain uncertain, but one thing is clear: Trump's latest foray into protectionism has set the stage for a potentially turbulent period in international trade. The reaction from the business community to Trump's latest tariff announcement has been swift and unequivocally negative. Business leaders across a wide range of industries have voiced their concerns, arguing that these tariffs will ultimately harm the very businesses and workers they are ostensibly intended to protect. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce, a powerful lobbying group representing American businesses, has been particularly vocal in its opposition to the tariffs. Suzanne Clark, the Chamber's president, minced no words in her condemnation of the tariffs, calling them attacks on American businesses and consumers. She argued that the tariffs would lead to higher costs for businesses, forcing them to raise prices, cut jobs, or both. This sentiment is echoed by businesses large and small across the country, many of whom rely on imported goods and materials for their operations. The tariffs have also sown uncertainty and disruption in global supply chains, making it more difficult and expensive for businesses to obtain the goods they need. This disruption is likely to have a ripple effect throughout the economy, impacting businesses of all sizes and sectors. While the business community grapples with the immediate impact of the tariffs, economists are warning of potentially dire consequences for consumers in the form of higher prices and runaway inflation. Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, warns that the tariffs could deliver a significant inflationary shock to the U.S. economy. The tariffs are expected to increase the cost of a wide range of consumer goods, from cars and appliances to food and clothing. Analysts predict that the tariffs could add as much as $7,600 in annual cost per U.S. household. For example, a $20 Barbie doll could see its price jump to $31.20, while the cost of cars, beer, avocados, sneakers, furniture, and toys are all expected to increase. This surge in prices would disproportionately impact low- and middle-income households who spend a larger percentage of their income on consumer goods. The tariffs threaten to erode the purchasing power of these households, leading to a decline in living standards and potentially pushing some families into financial hardship. Section 4. A political gambit. Understanding the motivation behind the tariffs. The timing of Trump's tariff announcement, coming as the U.S. economy continues its post-pandemic recovery, has raised eyebrows among economists and political analysts alike. Some see the tariffs as a cynical ploy by Trump to appeal to his base of supporters, many of whom are receptive to his protectionist rhetoric. Trump has long argued that tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries from unfair foreign competition, a message that resonates with some voters, particularly in manufacturing regions that have been hit hard by globalization. However, critics argue that the tariffs are more likely to harm than help the U.S. economy, leading to higher prices, job losses, and retaliatory tariffs from our trading partners. They also point out that the tariffs could undermine the fragile global economic recovery, leading to a slowdown in growth and potentially even a recession. The political motivations behind the tariffs are complex, but one thing is clear: they represent a high-stakes gamble with potentially far-reaching consequences for the U.S. and global economies. Section 5. A world on edge: international reactions and the threat of retaliation. The international community has reacted to Trump's tariffs with a mixture of dismay and condemnation. The tariffs have strained relations with key trading partners, including Canada, Mexico, and China, and raised fears of a global trade war. Canada and Mexico, both close allies of the United States, have condemned the tariffs as unjustified and harmful to their economies. Both countries have vowed to retaliate with tariffs of their own on U.S. goods, potentially triggering a tit-for-tat escalation that could damage all three economies. China, too, has expressed its displeasure with the tariffs and threatened retaliatory measures. The tariffs have also drawn criticism from international organizations such as the World Trade Organization, which has warned that they could undermine the rules-based trading system that has underpinned global economic growth for decades. The future of these tariffs and their broader economic implications remains uncertain.